In a world where Nuno Espirito Santo was never sacked, he is still in charge of Nottingham Forest, and that's where we start our video today. This is the squad we have. I'm just doing a live start point, just to not make it as easy for myself. So, hopefully, we will cut back to January, where we are in a better position. We've done better, we're in 14th position, not looking too bad, but we need to make some upgrades. And that's where we start. Ian Matson comes in as a new left back for £25 million to replace Zinchenko. Marcel Ruiz comes in, and Tony Fruck, another free agent, also comes in for depth. Another free agent, just goalkeeper, just for depth. And a big departure, Sangare has left. He wanted to leave but because of lack of game time, so he gets his wish. And a massive addition here to the team. Adam Wharton comes in for £37.5 million to be our new DM. And another departure here. This club has a lot of strikers, so Taiwo Iwani is off to Brentford for £5.4 million. And that allows us to make another massive signing. Antonio Nusa comes in for £45 million to be our new left mid for the remainder of this career. He is a big addition and hopefully he can help us. This is what the squad looks like after all those additions. Let's hope we can do better and get back into the Champions League, probably via the Europa League. We've got a big task ahead of us, so let's see how we get on at the end of the season. It is now the end of the season. Let's see how we did in the Premier League. As you can see, we finished 11th. That's better, but we still need to do a lot better than that next season. FA Cup, Liverpool. Carabao Cup went to Man City. And the Europa League we did end up winning, so we will be in the Champions League next season. Let's take a look at how the squad did. Good, a lot of goals from Chris Wood, but he will need to be upgraded, and our new signing Nusa did do quite well. So, we have a lot of improvements to make, but we are in Champions League football. Could we potentially complete this rebuild in season number 2? Let's find out. But I'm very happy with the start we have made here. And this is just confirmation of our Europa League win. The fans get the trophy parade. There you go, Nuno Espirito Santo has won a trophy. So, Season 2 starts with a big signing. Jonathan Burkhardt signs for £30 million to be our new striker, making most of the 12 months left on his deal. And that also means we're selling Ola Aina. You can see we're wanting to upgrade, and that is at right back. And that's exactly what we've done. We've signed Yuri and Timber, but after signing him I've realised he actually works better as a centre back, so we'll be converting him to a centre back and looking to sign another new right back to this team, but that is a massive addition to our back line. Joe Gardner is sold for £1 million. And as we don't need Milenkovic anymore, he has gone to Liverpool for a massive £47 million. And we will now go and sign a new right back with our massive stacks of cash. And as we don't need another striker, we've sold Igor Jesus to Brighton. And after all of these departures, we've made a massive right back signing of Jeremy Frimpong. The Dutchman comes in from Liverpool for £47 million, basically a straight swap for Milenkovic. Another random departure. And Dan and Johnny left for £34 million. We are now looking for a new right mid to complete this team. And that's exactly what we've done. Kareem Adeyemi comes in for £30 million. And Calvin Bassey is also in for £50 million for depth. Angus Gunn departs as that is what he requested due to lack of game time. And Matt Sells forced us to sell him after contract negotiations stalled. Jota Silva has left, and this allows us to go and sign a big goalkeeper now. And that's exactly what we've done. With our remaining budget, we've had to go for Guillermo Restes. 21 years old, 81 rated. Hopefully he can grow a lot, otherwise we're in the mud here. And it's September 1st. Let's have a look at what the squad is looking like with all these new additions. New striker, new right mid, new centre-back, a new right-back, a new goalkeeper, more defensive depth. Let's see how we're looking come January, but I'm very confident in us. January 1st has come. Where are we? We are 5th in the league. That is much better. Not quite on track for Champions League, but in Champions League we're also not doing too well. Let's see if we can make any business in this window to hopefully strengthen the squad. And we haven't made any business, so let's get on to the Champions League, which we are facing Celtic in the first round of the knockouts. It's a 2-1 win. Second leg, 2-1 on aggregate. Let's see how we can do. It's a 2-0 win. We're moving on. We now face Atletico Madrid, a much harder challenge than the Scottish giant Celtic. It's a 2-1 loss. That's not what you want to see, ladies and gents. Second leg, can we do any better? Can we redeem ourselves? It's a 1-1 draw, meaning we're knocked out of the Champions League. And at the end of the season, how did we do? We ended up coming 5th, which should mean we get Europa League football next season. Liverpool FA Cup, Aston Villa Carabao Cup, and the Champions League between Liverpool and Real Madrid. And we ended up winning the Super Cup at the beginning of the season, so we at least won a trophy. Chris Wood was in there for his final game, but I'm very happy with the growth of this team. Look at how all our players are looking. Wharton up to an 87, Stez up to an 86. Let's see the goal contributions. Yeah, look at that growth. Fantastic. Nusa, Berkan, Adeyemi all had fantastic seasons. So did Morgan Gibbs-White. Let's see how we could do in season number 3. So to start season 3 here, it's obvious we need new left backs. That's what we've done. Jay Shepherd, a regen left back, 87 rated, 21 years old. We've also signed Curtis Jones to be a backup centre attacking mid, as Morgan Gibbs-White could get injured. Also signed Ansu Fati as a cheap backup left mid for Nusa, and Tyler Adams as a cheap DM rotation option. This is what the squad's looking like after those upgrades. We've only really signed rotationary players to be on the bench and a new left back. Our team's looking strong, very strong. Let's see how we get on this season. In the midst of that, we've also sold Eric De Silva Moreira. I've tried so hard to sell this guy, and it's finally happened. January 1st, where are we sitting? 10th. That's not good. That's really not good. We need a big improvement in the second half of the season. Let's see how we're getting on. Not in Champions League. We're not in Europa League. We're not in Conference League. I thought we were meant to have Conference League or Europa League football, but obviously not. What a disaster. What a disaster that is, guys. Let's see. Are we going to make any upgrades this transfer window? Most likely not. But we are. Andre's coming in as a rotationary DM, £24 million, just to try and strengthen our position in the league. And that's because Ryan Yates is leaving us on a free at the end of the season. Yeah, Kuna is leaving for just under £8 million. He wanted to leave due to lack of game time. And David Carmo is also leaving due to lack of game time. He was not happy with his position, and we've been forced to sell him. And all those departures mean we're going to bring in a new centre-back, £24 million, good rating, to sit on the bench. And this is the end of the season. We've managed to climb up to second place, a massive improvement in how we were looking earlier in the season. We've also won the FA Cup as well over Man City. Champions League between PSG and Dortmund. This is how the squad looks. Again, big growth from the team. Very surprising how we weren't in any football this season, UEFA football. And this is how the squad is looking in terms of goal contributions. Again, fantastic season all around from the team. If we don't win the Champions League in this upcoming season, we're going to have to go massive in the season after to try and win the Champions League. And this is just confirmation of that FA Cup win. The fans celebrating, but it's not what the fans want. The fans want Champions League glory again, just like Forest did back in the 80s, 2 in a row. Season number 4, we've got a lot of money to spend. Let's see if we can spend it wisely. We're going to bring in a backup centre-back, £50 million, he's 85 rated, 21 years old, good pickup. Also signed Emilio Martinez for £3.5 million, good rating, good backup. Another backup signing, Nico Gonzalez, £30 million, 84 rated, fantastic signing for the bench. Player departure now, our backup goalkeeper was not needed, so we've sold him to Aston Villa for £12.7 million, a good deal. And James McAtee is also leaving for £8 million. Morato is also leaving, £8.5 million. This allows us to sign Conor Bradley as a great backup right back for £42.5 million. Fantastic signing for the bench. And a good signing at striker for the bench, João Pedro, £45 million. This is how we're looking with those upgrades. Our team is looking fantastic. We should have a good chance of winning the Champions League this season. January 1st, and we are sitting in first. Fantastic effort from the lads. We're looking good here, guys. Let's see our Champions League position. Third, we are smashing it this season, guys. Let's hope we can win the Champions League this season and restore Nuno Espirito Santo to what he should be in his glorious era. Marcel Ruiz leaves us. He was one of the free agent signings I made at the start, but we need to sign new contracts for our players and we don't have the money for it, so he is leaving to sacrifice. Ansu Fati wanted to leave due to lack of game time, and he's left for £21.5 million to Bournemouth as well. And we've signed a cheap left mid. Champions League, we're playing Arsenal. It is a big task for our first Champions League knockout opponent. And we've lost 1-0. Second leg, can we redeem ourselves? Please, this team is too good. But we can't, it's a 0-0 draw, so we're out of the Champions League. The cutscene. What trophy have we won? We have officially won the Premier League. Nuno Espirito Santo is a Premier League champion. And just to think, Marinakis sacked him in real life, but now he's a Premier League champion. Let's see how we did in other competitions. We lost the Community Shield. No FA Cup. No Carabao Cup. And Champions League was won by Dortmund. Let's see the goal contributions of our team. Fantastic season all around from our front four, but we need to go big in this next season, otherwise we might not ever win a Champions League. We need to go hard or go home, and we will be going hard next season to try and win a Champions League trophy. I said we'd be going hard, and that's what we're doing. Morgan Gibbs-White is sold to Arsenal for £150 million, an unconventional departure, but it's what we need to try and elevate the squad. And I don't normally show you these unexpected events, but an Inside Access wants to create a documentary of our squad for this season, and I think it's a good opportunity to show that if we win the Champions League, a documentary would be amazing, but there's added pressure now. We've also sold Murillo to Atletico Madrid, £125 million, so we need a new cam and a new centre-back. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Mr. Marinakis has got his chequebook out and issued £200 million for the signing of Jude Bellingham, 94 rated, from Real Madrid. This is the biggest signing we've done, and the biggest signing we're probably ever going to do in this career mode. Fantastic addition to this squad. Hopefully it's enough. We've also made a massive addition to the centre-back, Pierre Nkape, £95 million, one overall higher than Murillo for the same age. Absolutely cracking deal. We've also signed Bento as a backup goalkeeper, £25 million. And a huge signing for the rotation, Dean Huijsen, £65 million to come in as a backup centre-back. Now this is a weird one. We've had to sign Dorgu because Maatsen wanted to leave. It basically made us sell him. So we've sold him and bought in Dorgu. And this is how the team is looking. It looks absolutely fantastic. This team should be winning a Champions League with ease. The depth is unreal. The main 11 is unreal. Let's see if Nuno Espirito Santo can win a Champions League for Nottingham Forest. And in January we're sitting top of the league quite comfortably. And in the Champions League, we're not doing too well, but we should still make it to the knockout rounds of the Champions League. Let's see if we're going to make any business in this January window. And Kevin Shedd has joined us as a backup left mid, gives us more options. And Tyler Adams wanted to leave, so he's left to Crystal Palace. Let's see the Champions League. And our first game is against Borussia Dortmund, last year's winners. So this should be a tough game. But let's see how the lads get on. And it's a 2-1 win. Absolutely fantastic. Second leg in Nottingham. Let's see how we do against Dortmund. Are we going through? Yes, it's a 1-0 draw, which means we win 3-2 on aggregate. We've defeated the reigning champions and we move on. We're now facing Barcelona. First leg at home. Another massive challenge. But this squad is good enough. And it is good enough. 2-1 against Barcelona. We now travel to the lovely place of Barcelona. Let's see if we can win the second leg. And we do. It's a comfortable 2-0. And now we play PSG. If it loads in a massive game. It's a 3-0 win! Absolutely spectacular performance. Can we do it again against PSG? Are we going to a semi-final? We certainly are. It's a 3-0 win again. 6-0 on aggregate against PSG. Semi-finals, first leg. We're at home against Arsenal. An absolutely gigantic game. They've bested us a lot in this career mode from simming, and it's a 2-1 win. Fantastic from the lads. Are we going to a Champions League final in Season 5? We're about to find out. Our final game of the semi-finals against Arsenal. It's a 3-1 win! 5-2 aggregate. We're in to a Champions League final. And our opponents in the Champions League final are the mighty Real Madrid. They're all that stands between us and a Champions League trophy for Nuno Espirito Santo. But let's see how we did in the Premier League. It's a comfortable win. The boys are too good. FA Cup, with Arsenal won that against Bristol City. Carabao Cup, we did win that, so we at least have one trophy for this season. We're in the Champions League. This is a big pressure game, especially with the media documentary that's coming out at the end of this season. This squad is absolutely fantastic. 95 rated all across. Bellingham, Wharton, 95 rated. This team is too good. We should easily be winning here. Let's see the contributions from the lads. Noosa, one of the best signings I've ever made. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm not going to produce any commentary over this game because I don't think it needs it. I'm going to let you guys sit back and watch this game without my annoying voice in your ear. Let's see how we do against the Spanish Giants. And for the second half, we will switch to the tactical view. I will change it to the overhead view. Gives you guys a better perspective of the game. Let's see how we do in the second half. The first half was incredibly boring. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going to extra time in the Champions League final against Real Madrid. And for the remainder of the game, we will switch back to this screen because this seems to produce more action than the screen we were previously using. But we will be going to our second half of extra time against Real Madrid. If it stays like this, we will be going to a penalty shootout. And with this game ending as a 0-0 draw, we will be going to a penalty shootout. And we will switch back to this screen. And we'll see how our lads do. We've missed the first penalty. What a shame. Real Madrid bury their penalty. I'll do commentary for this bit because this is the most exciting part. Bellingham, our brand new expensive signing, has scored his penalty. We're back to level. Are Real Madrid going to retain their lead? They do. It's 2-1 Real Madrid. Adeyemi, our bargain £30 million signing at the start of the career. It's 2-2. It remains 2-2. Real Madrid missed their next penalty. Elliot Anderson has missed. Our captain has let us down when we needed him the most. And Real Madrid score. If Thibaut Courtois saves this penalty, we are out and we are not winning a Champions League this season. Our left back, it's been saved. We have officially lost the Champions League final against Real Madrid. Don't know what I'm doing here, but we've lost. We need to go again next season. We need a big season next season. There you go, Real Madrid. But what's this? We've officially been sacked. That media documentary coming back to bite us. We have officially failed this challenge, lads. The first rebuild of the year is not successful. Goodbye.